we are going to explain the latest movie of Bollywood actor Salman Khan, named called Antim, which is directed by Mohesh Manjrekar and is the official remake of Marathi film Mulshai Pattern. A small village is shown in the beginning of movie, where we get to know something about the man named Dada Pahalwan. Actually, Dada Pahalwan has sold his land to Shinsheth and now he works as a servant on his own land and also does watchman at Shinsheth house. And Dada Pahalwan also has a boy called Rahul. One day when Shinsheth's car was coming to his house, there were some scratches on his car at his gate, due to which he shouts a lot at Dada Pahalwan and also beat him up. When Rahul came to know about this, he immediately reached Shinsheth's house and Rahul told Shinsheth that after today no one will raise hand on his father. Same time Rahul also tells that the land which he's sitting on at the moment, that land used to be his, but Shinsheth tells him that he had bought the land by paying money, so this land now belongs to him. When Rahul's family is eating food at home, then we come to know that the financial condition of Rahul's house is very bad and Dada Pahalwan has to manage all the expenses of the house because Rahul does not do anything. Now the same night when Rahul came home, he learnt that Shinsheth has fired his father from his job. Actually, Dada Pahalwan had taken some vegetables from Seth's fields without asking, that's why Seth fired him from his job. Here the Dada Pahalwan tells Rahul that they have to leave for Pune tomorrow as he has got the work as laborer. While they were leaving from house, Rahul stops the car and immediately goes to Seth's and tells him that he will definitely take revenge on him. After this, the entire family of Rahul leaves for Pune and his friend also accompanies him, whose name is Ganya. The next scene we can see Police Inspector Rajveer Singh who is eating food. While eating he sees a clip in his mobile in which a girl was raped. He immediately reaches the place where he asks the people who did this after all. But people were scared and they could not tell anything. Then one person comes out and he tells Rajveer that the person who has done all this is actually the son of the minister and he is also very powerful, so no one speaks anything in front of him. On hearing this, Rajveer gets very angry and goes to his base to arrest the minister's son, where a strong fight is shown, in which Rajveer thrashes them all very badly. In the next scene, we see Rahul, who works as a laborer in Pune, and his eyes fall on Manda. Manda works as a tea seller there and she also has a tea stall there. Rahul likes Manda very much and Rahul goes to her and asks her for a special tea. Actually the special tea was for 3 and the normal tea was for 1, after which Manda gives him special tea for 3, but Rahul refuses to take it. He tells her that if she drinks it little first then give him, then it will be special. In the next scene we see Mohesh Manjrekar, who is also the director of this film and also he has played the role of a drunkard, and let me tell you he is also the father of the Manda and also he always drinks alcohol while working. Next we see that Rahul and his father are going home after finishing the work. Let's see that there are people who were taking monkey from the people. For Rahul all this seems a bit strange, but further we can see that Manda's father did not have money to pay them, so all of them start beating him. But when Manda comes to rescue her father, they start hitting Manda too, and seeing this, Rahul starts fighting with them and thrashes all of them. After this, Rahul got into jail after this fight because the people he beaten up were not common people. Rather they were well-known goons of Pune. Rahul was new, so Rajveer explains to him that he should not interfere to these people, mind your own business. In the next scene we see Nanyabai, who is a very big don of Pune and currently he is in gaol, but today he is going to be bailed out. That's why he is meeting his comrades. Then he notices Rahul and he leaves some goons on him to test him, in return for which Rahul beats them up a lot, and seeing all these, Nanyabai understands that Rahul is a useful man. Then Nanyabai goes to Rahul and tells him that tomorrow you will be bailed out and meet me as soon as you get out of jail. Next day, Rahul and Ganya get bail and after getting out from there, they directly go to Nanyabai and meets Nanyabai. As they meet Nanyabai he looks at him and asks, what happened to your hand? On which Rahul tells that last night in gaol, some people beat him a lot and now he also wants to break his hand to take his revenge. After which he goes to the club to take revenge. where the person was also present who had broken Ganya's hand. They break his hand too, after which he also retaliates, so Rahul pushes him, and while falling glass went through his neck. Due to this he died there. And let me tell you that the person who has died is not a common man but also a co-operator Salvi, who was a well-known goon of Pune. Due to all this, Rahul gets jailed again, and when Rajveer asks him how all this happened, Rahul tells him that it all happened in self-defense. Rajveer agrees to his point and together tells him that let's assume this is a case of self-defense, but still you will have to spend some days in lockup. But then the MLA, Nanya, and his lawyer reach there. And he tells them that this is not even a case of self-defense, but it is an accident, and Rahul has no hand in all this. By showing bail paper, he rescues Rahul and Ganya from there. After getting released from jail, Rahul directly goes to his father and he tells him that from today onwards you don't need to do any work. Now he has a lot of money and still coming. After hearing this, father tells him he knows that he killed the corporator. He says that he will not even touch such money. He believes in his own hard-earned money. Next we see that the place where they are standing is a vegetable market, and the rates of vegetables are very low. Vegetables are bought from farmers for very little money and they are sold for very high money. Rahul talks to the traders here and tells them to increase the money, but the traders do not agree at all. After which Rahul beat them up and drives them all away. Rahul tells the people of the market that from now on he will buy vegetables, that too at a higher price. Hearing this, he had become a messiah for the people of Mandi, and at the same time Manda was also impressed, due to which she gives him special tea. In the next scene, we see Bhatia and Daya who have come to talk to Nanya regarding the land. Bhatia and Daya refuse to work because this work was absolutely impossible for them, and this work has failed once before. That's why no one wants to work anymore. But then Rahul tells him that he will do this work and tells Nanya by that he talks about giving only 10% to the Bhatia and Daya for this work because they brought this work and he is going to do this work alone. After which this deal gets finalized in 15%, and then Rahul reaches to those people from whom he wants to take the land. He just forcefully gets them signed, and everyone signs except one man doesn't, and he is actually Rahul's teacher who taught him in his childhood as well as expelled him from school. After which things get a little worse and teacher starts slapping Rahul. After which Rahul gets angry and shoots the teacher and also takes his thumb on the land paper. Rajveer knew this very well, that Rahul has done all this, but MLA and Nanya together and prepared a false witness to put all this blame on an innocent by giving money. In the next scene we see Rahul and his family, where Rahul has come to meet his family, and they also know very well that Rahul has done all these murders. Rahul had come to take them to his house, but they throw him out of the house. In the next scene, we can see Nanya Bai who has come to the MLA and he tells him that he wants a ticket in the next election, and Nanya Bai was looking too much in attitude or angry, so the MLA had made some refreshment arranged for him too. In the next scene, Nanya Bai who had come to Mandi to meet Rahul, and he gives a card to Rahul and tells him that today is his birthday and he must come. After Nanya Bai's departure, Manda's father tells Rahul that the Nanya Bai whom you keep praising, he got the deal done for your father's land years ago. Rahul felt throughout his life that his father sold the land out of need of money, but Manda's father tells the real story behind to him. Nanda's father tells him that he had put a pun on your head, so your father had to sign it. Hearing this, the ground slips under Rahul's feet. At the same time he gets a call from MLA, and then the scene is cut right here. In the next scene, we see that there is Nanya Bai's birthday and his birthday is being celebrated very well. But then seeing the opportunity, Rahul attacks Nanya Bai and kills him. Rajveer also sees all these things. After which Rajveer was going to arrest Rahul, but Rahul tells him that if you didn't have this police uniform, he would have shown him who he is. After hearing this, Rajveer takes off his uniform. Then there is a fierce fight between them in which Rajveer beats Rahul a lot and also arrests him. But he is not able to keep him in the lockup for many days because the MLA was behind him, so he gets bail within a few days, and now Rahul became Raya. Next we see that Rajveer's accompanying policeman tells him that how will we eliminate the such people, on which Rajveer tells him that we are not going to eliminate these people but the people will end amongst themselves. And Rajveer makes a plan. Next we get to see the Bhatia and Daya who have come to Rahul to collect their 15%. But Rahul had only some money so he gives them some money. After a while Manda comes to Rahul and Manda spends the whole night at his house. Next, we see a little boy called Siddhartha who has been sitting outside Rahul's house since morning to meet Rahul. The boy tells Rahul that he wants to be like him and that he doesn't even have parents, so wants to work with him. Initially, Rahul drives him away but after a while he remembers some of the movements of his flashback, so he immediately calls the boy inside. Next we see that Rahul wants to educate Siddhartha. He tells him that you do not have to engage in these kind of work, rather you study well. Rahul also tells him that you also have no parents and I have no parents too. From today I am your brother. Next scene, we can see the meeting in IT Park where very rich men had come. Rahul is making plan to ask money from them and he thinks that he can collect 1 crore from each man else he will kill them. Next, we can see Rahul in Manda's tea stall. On seeing Rahul in Manda's, on which Manda's Baba tells a man that Rahul has a lot of money, so why does he come to such a small shop? Manda's father asked man why Rahul is coming to such a small tea stall even he has so much of money. The man tells him that there is something going on between Manda and Rahul. After hearing this Manda's father gets angry and starts shouting at Rahul. Then Rahul also gets angry, due to which he raises his hand on Manda's father. After this Manda also feels very bad and she tells Rahul that there is nothing between them and asks him to leave. In the next scene we see that the rich men of IT Park have been killed by Bhatia and Daya's men, and when Rahul came to know about this he immediately set out to kill Bhatia and Daya. Here Rahul kills many people of Daya and Bhatia but they escape from here. In the next scene, MLA and Rajveer are talking during the party, in which Rajveer says that your post is in danger and the MLA feels very bad after hearing this, so now the MLA has given contract to Bhatia and Daya to kill Rahul. In the next scene we see Shin Seth, who had taken the land of Rahul's father. Here, Rahul takes back his entire land by killing Shin Seth and Rahul goes to tell his father that he has taken back his land. On this, Rahul's father categorically refuses to take back the land, and same time Rahul also learned that Manda is about to get married. Now further MLA calls to Rajveer and says that Rahul and Ganya will be given death and Ganapati immersion and you will not do anything, on which Rajveer also says okay sir, I will not do anything. Further we see Ganapati immersion where Ganya is present but Rahul is not present there. Rahul calls Ganya and tells that he is not coming for Ganapati immersion. After a while, MLA kills Ganya during Ganapati immersion. MLA was also watching all this and he seems very happy too. Further people go to kill Rahul at his house where there is a fight in which Rahul is about to die, then Rajveer saves him, in which Rahul tells Rajveer that he needs 1 day's grace time. He wants to get Ganya cremated in 1 day's time and wants to kill the Bhatia and Daya. Rajveer agrees to him, and the very next day when Rahul was returning after performing the last rites of Ganya, Bhatia and Daya attack him, due to which Rahul has to run away to save his life, and while running he snatches the mobile from a man on the way. After that he immediately calls Siddharth and he tells him to send his boys over there as soon as possible. Now Rahul runs from there and reaches Mandi and he hides at a place in Mandi. About this which Rajveer was also informed. Therefore Rajveer also reaches Mandi immediately. After reaching there Rajveer fights with Bhatia and Daya, in which Rahul also supports him. After arresting the Bhatia and Daya, Rahul tells Rajveer that he wants to surrender and will now leave all this dirty work. But then Siddharth comes over there and he shoots Rahul and tells him that the teacher you killed, he was my father. That day he swore that he would kill him in the market. Seeing all this Bhatia and Daya starts laughing and they were saying it is good that Rahul died, then the Rajveer shoots them both. So friends, today's explanation ends with this. I hope you liked this video. If you like the video, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you will get the notification first when new videos are uploaded. Thank you for watching. Keep watching.